Hi everyone, my name is Rishad. Today is the 9th of November 2025. Today I'm going to be going over my weekly prediction for Bitcoin, BTC USD. As usual, I'll be going over my monthly, weekly, and finally my daily charts, and then I'll be going over just the overall prediction for the week. And yeah, as usual, before getting into this video, it's important to make the disclaimer that all information here is completely educational, and therefore it is important to conduct your own analysis, whatever analysis that may be, to ensure that you're comfortable with the risk, reward, and trading style, since you may not be with mine. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into the video. So here on these monthly charts, we can see that Bitcoin's been sort of on a rocky uptrend. We have this sort of initial spike up, then we had this short sort of correction, right? That's the word. Then it goes up again, short correction, goes up again, and I think we're going to be in this short correction for this phase as well. All the while, we see volume has been consistently declining. This is a very, very, very contrarian indicator because the price should not be increasing while the volume is decreasing. This shows that this uptrend is not at all backed by conviction. It is just an exhausted uptrend. RSI is sort of staggering around the same value, and if it does start to break, and especially we need to be mindful if it breaks past this 50 mark here, if it crosses below that, we have a very, very strong indication that the market trend has reversed. MACD, although it hasn't crossed over, we see that it's starting to converge, and if it does cross over, then we have another signal for a bearish entry there. Weekly charts also show a similar pattern. We have sort of this long-standing uptrend, and now we were in a sideways pattern, which has since then broken down. You see the MACD has been trending downwards for a while. This is a clear bearish indicator, and so is the RSI. So the monthly charts is lagging behind, and we see that the weekly charts are giving us an indication that the market is starting to converge downwards. Now, we have been saying this for a while on the channel because the volume didn't match this sort of size of the uptrend, and the economic factors, particularly the layoffs, inadvertently or affect Bitcoin as well, which is why we're seeing the price of this commodity or this asset sort of start to tank a little bit, right? Now zooming in even further, let's move into the daily charts, right? This is where it gets very interesting. We see this huge spike downwards, right? So let's even zoom out a little bit. We can see how we have this very long-standing uptrend. And keep in mind, Bitcoin is open 7 days a week, right? So this is why there's a lot more candles on this chart than, for example, Nvidia, which I cover on the channel, which is only open 5 days a week. We can see that this sideways pattern, we sort of broke out of it for short uptrend. Well, not even uptrend. It was a small breakout, crashed back down. This was a very, very dark day for crypto investors. Then we see again, we've continued this downtrend, right? We see the RSI is definitely sloping downwards. If I were to draw a trend line here, it would be completely facing downwards. MACD is downwards as well. So this clearly shows that the market is expecting a bearish sort of movement now, especially in the short and intermediate term. In the long term, it will be largely determined by economic data and economic factors. Those we just have to wait for or go off the predictions of other accredited investors and economists. But yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one.